And today, on this hot day, this is a hot verdict for us that we will forever cherish.
He served 3 years of an unjust sentence.
Too long.
He did it with dignity and principle.
He deserves to be in there. He's evil.
He's healthy, Art. He's 83 years old. The only thing wrong with Bill Cosby is that he's blind. But he's ready to get back on the stage. This is justice for Mr. Cosby.
There's definitely a flaw in the system. Like I said, there's multiple flaws.
Well, I'm not guilty.
Well, not guilty and a free man. Pennsylvania's highest court just overturning Bill Cosby's 2018 sexual assault conviction.
Now, this is all over a technicality, so a lot of questions surrounding this. Javi joining us now with some clarity.
Yeah, and you have to follow along here, guys, because the Pennsylvania Supreme Court justices agreed there was a violation of Bill Cosby's due process rights and immediately after released him. In fact, here's new video of Bill Cosby being released right there and then arriving home. But we're learning this case should have never moved forward. So joining us right now is criminal defense attorney Jason Lamm. Good morning to you. What's interesting about this is a jury found him guilty. The justices agreed he was guilty, but this morning he's still a free man. Explain that one.
Well, good morning, Javier. Bill Cosby is home this morning because of a technicality. The Pennsylvania Supreme Court did not say he was innocent. They did not say he was not guilty. In fact, they embarked on a recitation of the facts that really kind of painted a picture that they believed in his guilt and that they agreed with the jury. But then why is he home? It's because of a technicality, a loophole. Let's go back just a little bit down memory lane to help everybody understand what happened. So these allegations occurred in the early 2000s. And the allegations were made by a woman by the name of Andrea Constant. And honestly, it was a weak case. I prosecuted sex crimes. I've defended sex crimes. It was a pretty weak case. But at the same time, she filed a civil lawsuit against Cosby. Cosby couldn't testify in a deposition because he had that Fifth Amendment right to remain silent. That's what I would tell him to do. Don't testify in the deposition. But then the district attorney of Montgomery County, just outside of Philadelphia, said, hey, wait a minute. This case is so weak. There is no way I'm going to prosecute Bill Cosby. I'm giving him a pass. And with that, Bill Cosby testified and incriminated himself in the deposition. Well, a new DA comes along. And that new DA, by the way, campaigned in part on the fact that the original DA wasn't going to prosecute Bill Cosby. Anyway, Bill Cosby's lawyers say, hey, wait a minute, you can't prosecute him. The old DA said, there's nothing happening here. There's no case. Well, they did anyway. And that's what the Pennsylvania Supreme Court tossed the conviction out on. They said that Bill Cosby and his lawyers relied on the former DA's representations, almost a promise of immunity that he wouldn't be prosecuted.
Now,
and that's why he's home today, not because he's innocent.
Jason, this was brought up during the actual trial. Why wasn't the case dismissed then?
Well, the trial judge heard this issue. There was actually testimony from the former DA, who, by the way, represented former President Trump in the second impeachment trial. Just a little fun fact there. And the trial judge said, because there's no written agreement of this non-prosecution situation, the immunity that was given, if you would, he was going to let the case go forward. And what the Pennsylvania Supreme Court said to the trial judge, you were wrong. You should have thrown out the case right then and there. So it was a legal decision that the Pennsylvania Supreme Court made in finding that the trial judge was wrong and that he should have dismissed it, but he didn't. So they did it yesterday.
Jason, I have to ask you this because many people are crying foul and saying this is the difference between two justice systems, one for the ordinary people, the other for the rich. Is this the case?
You know, I don't think this is about class. I don't think this is about wealth, Javier. I hate to say it. I heard the evidence. You heard the evidence. People at home heard the evidence. I think we all kind of know what happened, not just with Andrea Constant, but with other women who came forward. But legally, the Supreme Court got it right. It was a discrete legal issue. It was good lawyering. It was a correct ruling, but I don't think it's about the haves or have-nots.
All right. Always good to get some good insight into what exactly happened, as a lot of people are scratching their heads this morning. Thank you, sir.